Hi there, Virgo, and welcome back to Star Lordess Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the month of June. I went ahead, shuffled the cards, laid them all out in a Celtic cross. Let's see what's going on for Virgo. First up, we have the Five of Wands reversed, followed then by Major Arcana, the World card in the upright. And next we have the Three of Swords reversed, followed by the Two of Swords reversed. And next we have Major Arcana, the Wheel of Fortune, followed by Major Arcana, the Hanged Man in the reverse. Next we have the Queen of Swords upright, followed then by Major Arcana, the Star in the upright. Wow, lots of Major Arcana. And then we have the Page of Wands upright. And lastly, we have the Six of Wands in the upright. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and interpret this read for you guys. First of all, Virgo, for your overall energy, you have that of the Five of Wands in the reverse position. I like seeing this card inverted as opposed to upright. When the card is in the upright position, a lot of times this can point to, fives generally point to conflict. This can represent a lot of petty drama, he said, she said, and let's face it, ain't nobody got time for that. This is where a lot of people could be dragging us into some pointless drama situation, and next thing you know, we're caught up in the middle of it. When the card is inverted, however, this is where I say good for you guys if you sidestep the drama, if you manage to pull yourself away from it and realized it was going nowhere. For others of you, this can represent coming out of competition. The Five of Wands in the upright can sometimes represent a competition going on. The competition is over and it looks like you are the victor because you do have the Six of Wands here in the reading. So if there was a competition, if it was a work, career competition, or any type of competition, even for a relationship, it looks like the competition has ended and victory looks like is yours. And the card that's crossing you is Major Arcana, the World in the upright position. The World is all about closing out a cycle. Some of you could be definitely graduating. The World card has come up a few times already, as has the Wheel of Fortune. These seems to be the popular cards for this month. Wheel of Fortune represents that completion, where it can definitely represent some of you graduating, where you're closing out your scholastic life and moving on into a career or a job, that kind of situation. Some of you could be retiring or changing careers. Some of you could be moving out of a home that you lived in for many years and downsizing. You know, it's going to be different for all of you because you're just it's just a general read, but you are definitely closing out some area aspect of your life. Some of you, yes, it can also represent a long-standing relationship that's coming to a close, but this wouldn't be anything that would be a shock to you. You would already know. This can sometimes just represent sort of dealing with the final divorce papers, that kind of thing. Now, in the past, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse position. This is something that could have happened a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago. But Three of Swords in the upright position can represent a fresh wound. This can represent a loss of a loved one, loss of a pet, loss of a friendship, loss of a relationship, disappointment, hurt feelings, that kind of thing. When the card is inverted like this, this is the healing. Maybe the healing process has begun. This could have been something even from a long time ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago, you started healing that situation. That could have been for some of you, perhaps you went to counseling or you were talking to a therapist or just started working on your own, maybe through meditation or self-analysis, and you just started the healing process. But it looks like, it's well under your belt now. Some of you could have been healing physically from an operation or something like that as well, too. You're coming out of the month of May into the month of June with the Two of Swords in the reverse position. Congratulations, you made a decision, Virgo. It looks like you've definitely decided on something. The Two of Swords in the upright position represents a stalemate. This is when we don't know whether to go right or to go left in a situation. We've got the blindfold on because we feel we don't have enough information to go forward. When the card is inverted like this, it's point back to the Ace of Swords in the upright, which is all about gaining that clarity, getting that information that we so desperately need in order to make an informed decision. And when the Two of Swords is reversed, we're making a firm decision. So you're coming into the month of June with this decision already made. Now, that energy gives way in the early part of June to the Wheel of Fortune, the other popular card that keeps popping up. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright position represents when we're no longer pushing against the grain. We've let go of our resistance to a situation or a relationship, or however it's playing out for you, Virgo, and we're moving with the energies of the universe instead of against it. Because a lot of times resistance, when we build up resistance, we can push things further away from us. That's when the card will go inverted like this, because we're not moving with the grain. When it's in the upright position, we're meeting our destiny. We're moving towards things in a more smoother fashion, which can bring about these lucky occurrences where you just happen to be at the right place at the right time. So something extremely lucky could happen for you. Maybe you will, win a few dollars in the lottery tickets with a lottery ticket, or you could land your dream job, or just, meet the love of your life just by being in the right place at the right time. And around the middle of the month, we have the energies of Major Arcana, the Hanged Man in the reverse position. The Hanged Man reversed represents coming out of, it looks like, you're coming out of a stalemate here, and you're definitely returning into action with the Hanged Man in reverse. This totally makes sense. All three of these cards, the Three of Swords reversed, this one, Two of Swords in reverse, and then this, because you're healing from a situation that could have taken place a while ago. You're making an informed decision. You're coming out of that stalemate, and now you're no longer reevaluating a situation. So that's why you're returning back into action again, Virgo. Because the Hanged Man in the upright position is when we're sort of forced to wait. We could be waiting on another person. We could be waiting on circumstances to change. We want to move forward, but we can't. Sometimes we need to just stop and take a look at things from a different, it's very stagnant energy, and that's because of the fact that we need to look at a situation from a different perspective. And that's why it's a bit of of a stalemate. But when the card is inverted the way it is, we're coming out of that. The time of reevaluation is over. Remember, you've already healed from the situation, so you're no longer pondering on this subject or relationship or whatever it is for you, Virgo. You're no longer doing that anymore. You're moving forward. You're moving with the grain. Perfect. Now, this is you internally, how you could be feeling in the month of June. Not necessarily the face you're showing to the world, but you're the Queen of Swords in the upright position this month, Virgo. Queen of Swords is somebody who speaks her truth, who, cuts through things. She can be very bitter with her speech. She can be very logical. She doesn't speak from emotion. She speaks from logic. And she's very mental and cerebral. She just deals with logic. She's leaving emotion completely off the table. So it could just be you being sharp-tongued, or it could be you being very sharp in your thinking and only coming from a place of strictly logic. And that does make sense, I guess, if you're healing from a situation and now you've healed from that, so now you're just sort of being very cerebral and you're thinking very clearly. In your people and environment position, we have the star in the upright position, Major Arcana. See, you've got 1, 2, 3 Major Arcana here. So you're making some headway here, I think, in a major way, Virgo. The star card, this is the Aquarius card, in the upright position represents, maybe some of you have an Aquarius in your environment, but for others of you, the star card could just be basically trying to say that the people in your environment are looking at you, Virgo, this month as someone who's being very optimistic and someone who's trusting in their faith and just believing and moving forward. And this is also known as the wish card. It's also very healing energy. So you're someone who is healing, and this is how people are viewing you. And they're also viewing you as somebody who's very optimistic and very bright, shining like the star this month. Or, like I said, this could be someone in particular in your environment, maybe an Aquarius, who is being very hopeful and having a strong faith, and perhaps is aiding you in your recovery. I was going to say maybe it is a recovery for some of you, but aiding you in your healing process. Now in your hopes and fears position, we have the Page of Wands in the upright position. This is lovely energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, male or female. Maybe some of you are hoping for this fire sign to send you a message. For others of you, this could just be you hoping to get a positive message. Now this could be about anything, about career, job, finances, relationship. Maybe you're just hoping, you're just really hoping because you're being very hopeful and optimistic, and you're hoping to get a message from someone. Or it could be a parcel, because the Page of Wands can also deliver exciting news and parcels. So maybe you're hoping for a parcel that you've been waiting for in the mail. And the last card you have up that concludes the read in the month for you, Virgo, is the Six of Wands in the upright position. The Six of Wands mainly speaks of victory. Victory will be yours. Remember, I said that in the Five of Wands in reverse. If there was a competition here and the competition is over, looks like you are the victor in this situation. You won, your team won, however it's playing out for you, because it's just a general read, but in some area of your life at the end of the month, you're going to see a big victory here. The Six of Wands can also sometimes represent a lot of pats on the back for work well done. Maybe you've completed a project with a team of people, or maybe even just you yourself, and it's being well received, and you could be getting bonuses. You could be getting a parade, a ticker tape parade. You could be getting a lot of attention, and no matter how you slice it, victory is yours this month. Way to go, Virgo. What an excellent reading. I love to see all this healing here for you. So that is your reading. I hope it helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.